So 48 floors, that's whoever going open up the radars.
Hi guys, so today's video is going to be about why did I pick St. John's and what was my transferring process like. So I am a transfer student coming from the College of Staten Island. So if you did not know, I am a junior here at St. John's and I transferred here last semester. So I'm in my spring semester this year and I transferred last fall. So after this semester, I had my first full year here being at the school. So a lot of questions I would get is, what is my transferring process? Why did I pick this school? Did all of my credits transfer over? What did I like about the school and why did I pick the school? Okay, so for one, coming from the school that I came from, it was a CUNY. And me being like the type of person I am, I need to go somewhere or be in something that is of substance. Not saying a CUNY is not something of substance, but it's just like I've been to good schools since I started school, so it's just like it wasn't for me to graduate from a CUNY. Like, there's nothing wrong, no offense to nobody that graduates from CUNY who goes to CUNY, but that's just what's in like my heart. Like, I knew going into CSI like from the beginning that I was only going to be there for 2 years and I wasn't graduating from that school. Regardless, everything that I've been through in that school and, you know, going through in high school, going into college, like I always told myself I'm graduating from a university and it's going to be a private school. That's something my mom always wanted for me. My mom kind of always wanted me to go to Fairfield University. She has her own personal reasons why she wanted me to go there. I just never liked that school and I just never found any interest to go to that school. And then when I found out they didn't have my major, like why would I want to go to that school? So yeah, me always going to private schools, going to good schools, it was just like not like me to not graduate from a school of substance. I always felt like the school you go to determines the ticket that you're writing. So with that being said, it's like when you go into a job offer, 9 times out of 10, they looking at the college that you attended. Yes, they're looking at your skills, what you bring to the table, but they're looking at what you graduated from, what did you graduate with, and then they look at everything that you've done in the school. So like, for instance, me being a CSI, like, yes, I go to CUNY, I go to the College of Staten Island. Okay, you go there. I wasn't in no clubs, like I didn't join anything. Like the school had so like little, not to talk down on the school, but it was just so small that it was just like I wasn't doing that. And then, you know, it's freshman year, like you really not worrying about that. Like you just trying to figure out math stuff, you trying to find yourself, you trying to have fun. So, you know, I really was not focused on that. Like it wasn't even like, you know, I'm gonna go and CSI and I'm gonna join all these clubs and I'm gonna do all of this. No, it wasn't like that. Another thing was like, yeah, like I'm saying, the whole thing with the where you go determines where you're going to be and that rates your ticket. So you can both say y'all going for an interview to be, I don't know, an intern at a television company. And on your resume, it could say you have this, that, and the third, but you graduated from College of Staten Island. You can have the same skills as the person that graduated from, let's say, Harvard or, you know, this school, St. John's. You're gonna look at the person that graduated from St. John's because, whoa, on top of your head, whoa, that's a good school. Whoa, you graduated from there. So I'm assuming that you know mad of your information. Not saying the person in CSI don't level up to that, or the person that going to a CUNY or going to not a known school that its name is reputable for itself. Not saying that. It's just like they're both two of the same people, but it's just one already wrote the ticket based where it's at. And then another thing with St. John's, their alumni is crazy. Like their alumni is all over the place, they're everywhere. And basically, like, to be honest, in where I want to do in my industry, it's really about who you know. It's like, yeah, you gotta go out and do all of this, but it's about who you know. Like if you're trying to be in the industry and you trying to, you know, be doing stuff that has to do with TV and then just the industry and stuff and like entertainment, it's who you know, it's the opportunity you get. So that's another plus with this school. This alumni is something serious. Like everybody, majority, I'm not gonna say everybody, majority of the people that graduate from here, they have good jobs and they always come back and help the students at the school. So that's something that caught my attention. Not saying St. John's was not the school that I wanted to go to from the beginning. I've always wanted to go to a HBCU. Who wouldn't want to go to HBCU? Like, come on. Like, you see it in the movies. Who would not want to go to HBCU? So So I've always wanted to go to a HBCU. And of course, I wanted to go to Clark Atlanta. Who doesn't want to go there? But I find it funny because everybody that's here at St. John's that's from Atlanta, they all say the same thing. Why do you want to be there? Why do you want to go there? But it's the same way for us, because it's people that's not from here that come to New York and be like, oh my God, they're so like amazed about everything. We're just like, girl, this is regular. That is regular. So I feel like it's vice versa with me. Like, oh my God, I want to go to Atlanta. I want to go to Clark Atlanta. Like, I was trying to work so hard to get into that school when it was just not meant for me to be there. Like, it really was just meant for me to be here. And I'm not saying like, oh, this was just like last resort. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like I did not want to go to this school. I just didn't want to go here. I didn't care to go here, but then it interests me like when I had to be like, okay, let me look deep what the school offer. I think what it was is that I did not want to be here. Like, I didn't want to be in the city. Who wouldn't want to come to New York? But it was just like, I'm from here. Like, I want to go somewhere else. So my dream school is USC, University of Southern California. That is my dream school. That's what I want to go to. I always want to go there fresh out of high school. And my mom just was not with that. Like, and I gotta listen to her because sis is paying for me to go to school. So it's just like, we gotta compromise. But she just was not comfortable with me being there, which I understand. But cross my fingers, when I go get my master's, I'm going to USC. Cross my fingers, that's where I want to go. But yeah, back to like the whole why I picked here. So then, you know, I want to go to Clark Atlanta. I worked so hard for that school to end up not going to that school for like personal reasons. And then, you know, I gotta compromise still with my mother. So it is what it is. I ended up here. Boom. All right, did my credit transfer over. So this was a really like hard part with me transferring, but then I had to accept the fact that, okay, you coming from a CUNY and you going into a school that has a totally different core curriculum, and everything is different, and it's so many different requirements. And then I had to also think about, like, regardless of school I go to, all of my transfers is not going to credit. So that's another thing. If you would transfer, all of your credits is not going to transfer. It may happen for some people, but not every little thing is going to transfer over or be, you know, like if you did something in this school, it's not going to substitute for another school. So that's the other like great thing that kind of was just like, okay, this is good, but it was bad at the same time. So since I left CSI in my sophomore year, I could have left with my associates, which, yes, it would have benefited me because I'm graduating my associates, going into another school to get my bachelor's. But the problem was that I was only 9 credits away from getting my associates. So then you would think, you're only 9 credits away. Why you can't just get those 9 credits and then go to St. John's? It was just like a certain personal situation that I was in that school, not like with a person, but like academic wise, and then it just was just not gonna work out. Like, it was just gonna be a whole problem trying to get those 9 credits. So it was just like, they told me here, they said, listen, if you come here, yes, it's better if you go from your school from associates. One, you get more money as a scholarship if you come in here with your associates already, and then it's not like you started from the beginning. So for me, no, I did not start from the beginning like a freshman, but not every single thing that I took at school transferred over to here. So that, yeah, kind of does delay the whole process with me graduating, which is not a greater thing. Like, I'm not about to be in this school for like 2, 3, 4 plus years. Like, nah, it's probably gonna be like an extra semester, which even if it's a whole extra 2 semesters, a whole extra year, so I'll be graduating in not 5 years, but as in a total of college in general, like instead of 4 or 5, like I wouldn't even have a problem with that, because it's just like, I'm gonna get so much out of this school for my coin. Like, let me tell y'all, the coin is serious to come here. So I'm gonna get so much out of this school for my coin. I'm not even gonna pay attention to the fact that my sanity gonna know, like, girl, you stressing out trying to get these grades so you could graduate. But yo, I'm gonna get so much out of this school. Like, yo, y'all don't even understand that. But I'm an OD just for my coin and just for like, if I gotta stay here longer than what y'all trying to say, because they be trying to push it. They be like, no, it's certain things that I can't do, because at the end of the day, I am a new student, so I kind of am restricted in certain things. Like, I can't take a whole bunch of classes at one time and be like, you know what, I can take all these classes. Like, they was not with that. Like, they was just like, no, you gotta do this, that, and the third, then you could do all of the extra stuff. So no, all my credits did not transfer over here. A lot of them did not transfer over here, which I was going to, so in CSI, I was going to school for communication. So I was going to be in corporate communications, but they did not have public relations, or they didn't have like a lot of majors. So like, I just knew like, girl, I don't want to be here. Now that I'm here, I'm like, possibly want to change my minor, which is just like, okay, fine, whatever. So yeah, everything did not transfer over. And it's just like, you know, it's unfortunate, because it's just like, I gotta kind of not really start from the beginning, but what transferred over, you know, was great. I don't gotta take those classes, but like, since everything just didn't transfer over, I still had to you know, take classes like math and stuff again, science, like core classes. I gotta take the school's core classes and stuff, but you know, it's not even that bad. At the end of the day, like, you just gotta get the work done, and you just gotta get done and just do your credits and graduate. So I did really, really good this semester. I got a 3.8 GPA here. I got all A's. Yes, bitch, all A's. Nah, I'm just dumb hype, because I've never had all A's in a semester. Like, I would have A's and B's and like, you know what, C here and there. So yeah, with the whole transferring process. Okay, so basically the transferring process. So around my sophomore year, the fall semester, I just was in like this space and like a place in my life where I just was like, I need everything new. New environment to live in, new environment to learn, new environment for peace, new environment just in general of people. Like, some people I just don't speak to now. I just was going through that. That was the cutting off period. Like, it was just so much going on during that time period. Like, it was crazy. So that really just made me reflect on everything in my life and reflect everything that was going on. That it was just like, you know what, like, you're not supposed to be here, because I just was moving so silent. Like, I was moving so silently. Like, it was crazy. Like, I was just working on myself so much on the inside, on the outside. Like, I was just on like great. Like, I was just really like in like a state of mind. I was like, you know what? I had like had a conversation right before New Year's. I'm like, told myself like, you know what? This is the year of change. 2018, going to 2018. We in 2019 now, but going to 2018. This is the year of change. This is the year of everything that I want is going to happen. Like, literally 2018 was a good year for me. Like, it was so good. So then, like, when I ended up going back to school, I just was like looking for so many different schools. So like, I looked at Clark Atlanta, of course. I looked at NYU. I looked at St. John's. I looked at oh my god, where else? I looked at Albany. I just did not want to go there. University at Albany. Where else did I look? I looked at Kean. Like, I just literally typed into Google top schools that have communication. USC is #1 at the top, of course. I think St. John's was like number 3 or 4, I think. And then I typed in top schools that have PR, because, you know, I wanted to do all of, like, have a search of just all these different things. So, you know, if I'm gonna do PR, I'm gonna go do communication, I'm gonna do broadcasting, like stuff like that. Like, and they had to have all 4 of the things that I was looking for in the school. So I looked for PR. They told me St. John's. They told me Temple, you know, USC, Clark Atlanta, like all these places. I already got a friend that went to Clark Atlanta that's in PR, so she sold me. Like, I'm like, sis, you from here too? Like, I got somebody to be with. My sis be so lit. Like, she be so lit. Like, not even like turn up wise, but like school and everything. Like, sis be lit. Like, she got a mentor. Like, she just be so lit. But then that's somebody else's life. It's not a guarantee that that's gonna happen to me. But you know, I was sold on like, I need to go there, I need to be lit, I need to have fun. So yes, I just started Googling, just doing my research, reading about the school, like looking on YouTube, like trying to find stuff about the school. I really could not find nothing about this school. Like, the stuff on YouTube are like old and very cringy to watch. Like, it's just nothing about this school that was trying to help me, because you know, everybody goes to YouTube to find something, to get the answer on something, to see it. I just could not find nothing. Now probably if you look, you're gonna see a little bit of more stuff on there, not even a whole lot, but I just couldn't find nothing on the school. Like, I just can't find nothing. You know, Clark, I was like, yes, you find everything on Clark. So I was like, I'm gonna go to Clark. Yeah, so I'm like researching, like, you know, narrowing down, okay, this is how much it's gonna cost. If I'm going far, this is where I would live. So then that's what it made me narrow down the two searches between Clark and St. John's. So then Clark is in Atlanta, so obviously I gotta move to Atlanta. It was just like, okay, but then they was having so many issues with like dormant and stuff, and then it's just like, okay, well, I could get an apartment. Then I have to think about it like that, like, yo, I don't work out there. Like, yeah, my mom's gonna take care of me, but I don't just want to be sitting on my ass and not doing nothing. Like, I gotta find a job, or I gotta do something that is gonna make me money. Like, basically, like, I can't go there and not do nothing. Not like even here, like, I don't have to, like, I have a job. It ain't all that. I don't have to go to work. Like, I don't have to go to work. Like, I don't need to do that. Like, I'm just, not to like sound like braggy, but like, my mom take care of me. I'm perfectly fine. Like, she told me, like, I don't have to go to work. Like, she just wants me to be here, and she wants me to get my straight A's. That's what she wants. That's it. I don't always want to ask my mom for something. Like, Ma, I want this. Like, I could ask because she gonna give it to me, but I don't want to ask. Like, and it's just like, yo, I'm about to be 21. Like, what I look like asking my mom for something? Like, every little thing. Like, no, like, girl, like, you know, I'm trying to have some type of responsibility. Like, so it really just was not gonna help if I was gonna go over there. So that was one of the reasons. So obviously when I showed St. John's to my mom, she was so happy. She was like, yes, I want you to go here. So she was like, so when I first mentioned it, she was sold. Like, she was like, yes, go ahead, yes, I will pay anything, go to the school. When I told her Clark, she was like, I'm not helping you with that. If you going there, no, I'm not helping you. Not saying like she's gonna leave me flat out, but she's like, I'm not gonna help you. You want to go take the tour of the school, you pay your money and you go take the tour of the school yourself. I'm like, let's go take a tour of St. John. She's like, yeah, when you want to go, we could go together. I'm not going to work that day, we're gonna go. So yeah, so like January throughout February, I'm looking at the, oh no, it was January, not February. I was looking at the requirements. I seen the requirements. I'm like, okay, I have the GPA to get into school, but I need this GPA so I could get a scholarship. Cause honey, this is I think a $40,000 school, and I think it's like 61,000 if you want to live here. So ooh, I don't got that, like, to pull out my pocket. You know what I mean? Maybe, like, you know, maybe my mom got that. I don't got that. Me personally, I don't got that to pay for school. Like, I don't have, like, crazy loans and stuff. So, you know, my mom want to pay this. That's on her. We just gonna put all the focus into the school, because clearly you want me to go here. You know, I'm not gonna have a problem with it. It's in the city. Like, then I thought about it, like, it's in the city. If I get a job, I could work. I can go still hang out with my friends. I'm still a distance from them, but you know, it's nothing too crazy. I get right on the train and go home and see my mom and go get a home cooked meal. Like, so then I'm like, you know what, it is better for me to be here. Like, it's not meant for me to go away by myself, because I wouldn't have been prepared for that. So yeah, that was a plus of me being here. So yeah, I'm looking through all the stuff, looking all the information, and then in April I went on the tour. So I came on the tour. It was cold. Oh my god, it was cold. So you know, I'm walking around the school, I'm like, okay, this school's nice, they got a lot of stuff. So you know, I was impressed with what I saw. It didn't like be like, God, amazing, because I feel like when I go to USC, that's what it's gonna be like. Oh my god, amazingness. But you know, this is a beautiful campus. They got money. Like, they got money. Like, they got money. That's all I'ma say. Like, they got money. So you off rip, you see that, like, for it to be a school in Queens, yo, they got money, honey. They do. So they got a lot of money. And then it's just like, oh, okay, you tell somebody like, I go to St. John's. They like, you go to St. John's? Like, yeah, that's how they be feeling. Like, you know, so you know, you feel a little like, yeah, boo, I go to the St. John's. Like, that's how you feel. But I'm like, I went on the tour. It was very awkward. One, I have colored hair, so I had lavender hair when I went. So you know, everybody was just like, who the hell is that with the lavender hair? Like, it was just so like, who is that? And me and my mom was just loving it. We was just like, they had some bomb food, like it was good, yeah. So we went on the tour, and then I sat down. I talked to our advisor, because I had to tell her, like, because I did the tour with other freshmen that came. I did it in April, so you know, school was still going on. So I told them, like, I'm a sophomore and I want to transfer. And I sat down with an advisor, and then she told me, like, okay, so this is the money. So my mom, like, told her, like, they talked about the whole financial aid situation and you know, living here. So she said, you know what, once you get your grades back for spring semester, automatically shoot over that application in your transcript and all that stuff, and then you could get this ball rolling of you getting accepted to go to the school. So at CSI, this was still the now we in April, so I'm already halfway through the semester. So now I'm about to, like, we still got May and the beginning of June, I think, to get our grades. So I'm like grinding hard, because remember, already in my head of January, I'm fighting to be like, I'm going to Clark. So I needed a certain GPA to get their scholarship for both schools regardless. So regardless, like, it was weighing out that I had to like grind mad hard. So I was grinding so hard. Like, I was doing my work. Like, I did not want to do my work, but I was doing my work. Like, my school was so chill, so I didn't have to do my work like that. Like, I didn't have to bust out crazy papers. Like, everything was real chill. But like, I was like, each assignment is done. Like, no missing assignments. Like, everything is good. Like, no like lazy work. Like, I was ODing, because I'm just like, no, like, I'm leaving. So now we're gonna fast forward right back to April after the, like, she told, so after like the we're gonna fast forward right back to April. So like, you know, I'm still grinding. Yo, so I'm talking to my advisor at CSI, and I'm like telling him, like, you know, I already had my mental breakdown. Like, I'm just like, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to do this. Mental breakdown that you gotta have to pick yourself back up. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to do this no more. Like, you know, the mental breakdown. And then I told him, after I had my mental breakdown, oh, I want to transfer to St. John's. And then he looked at me like, you want to go to St. John's? I was like, yeah. Yes, I want to go there. I want to go to Clark. He even more was just like, this ain't realistic for you right now. Like, the situation you in, this is not realistic for you. I'm like, mister, I'm gonna go to that school, because ain't nobody gonna tell me something that I cannot do. Y'all not doing that. No. So, you know, I left. And then I came back May. We in May now, so we about to finish. We about to be taking our finals and stuff. May come. He like, oh, so what are you doing? Like, are you gonna stay here? Like, are we gonna accept you into the bachelor's program of corporate communication? I'm like, sir, I already told you, I'm transferring. He said, okay, we just gotta wait to see your grades when you come back. If you want to go, you could go. I'll help you. But you know, he was still looking at me like I was crazy. So then I told him, I was like, oh, I had an interview at St. John's. He was like, really? I was like, yes. He was like, okay, so we just gonna cross our fingers. Hopefully you go. Whatever you want to do, I'll help you. And now he want to help me because he know I got an interview. And you know, if you got an interview, they interested. Like, they want to know about you. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, if you can get the interview, honey, like, they don't want you to be here. But I don't think you have to get an interview, but I had to get one because I was being a transfer, and then the whole credit situation and basically everything that was going on, like, with the stuff at school, like, they had to interview me. So, you know, I finessed that real quick. And then we're in April, no, we're in March, June. Okay, so we're in June now. So I already like, okay, right after I got my grades, yo, I seen those A's. I had all A's and I had 2 B's. And I had finished with a 3.6, I think. 3.6 GPA. It was a 6 or 7. I really don't remember. But I bodied that, okay? I bodied that. And then after that, so it's the first week. So I'm coming over his Queens mad times. I'm getting application, I'm getting all these papers, I'm getting my transcript, because I was leaving on the trip out of the country on June 20th, and they was having 1 a day accept a student. So basically, like, you come, you bring your stuff, and they accept you on that day. It's not a process. Like, it's a process, but it's a 1 day process. You sitting there, you wait, and they gonna review your stuff, and they tell you yes or no. So they had one for June, and then the next one was not until August. But I couldn't do that because it's just like, if I'm gonna go to school, like, I need to know, like, if I'm going back to CSI, I'm gonna go take my 9 credits in the summer so I could graduate. If I'm going to St. John's, y'all need to tell me, because I need to figure out where I'm gonna live. Like, I'm not gonna be a commuter, so what are we gonna do? So my mom, like, I don't know, she talked to them, and they's like, you know what, come, we're gonna do the 1 a day thing before I left. So, you know, I scrambled, got my transcript, got my letters, and got all my stuff, and then I came. But the first day, 2-day thing, like, if you got it, then the next day you just go to orientation. So, you know, I was prepared. I'm like, yo, I'm going. So the day of, I'm getting dressed and stuff, and I remember, like, I talk to God. I am a Christian. I'm not like get on my knees and pray type of person, which I know I need to be like that, like get on my knees and pray. Like, I speak to him every once in a while. But God knows, when I sit there and I call out and I cry to him, like, he knows, Tatiana, you, like, it's like he listening to me, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a problem, like, he know. But I feel like he already knew I was gonna get into that school, but I had to have faith in myself, and I had to trust him, because I really did not know if they was going to accept me or not. Like, I just was like, yo, I did not know. Even though I had this good GPA, like, it's still like, okay, it's off of like the other stuff that I brought to the table, and on top of that, get a scholarship. Like, I had to body it. So I was talking to God. I cried. Like, I'm like, I don't know if it's this school, if it's Clark, like, it's something, like, you know, I just really need this, like, you know, just talking, like, saying my prayer, like, crying out. Like, I'm just like, God, you hear me, like, you always hear me, and you always come through, like, you always come through. So, you know, he came through. So I came with my mom, and we sitting there talking, and we waiting at the table. They took my transcript stuff, they went in the office, reviewed it. I'm just sitting there, I'm just like, oh my God, this is taking that long. Like, I'm mad nervous. I'm like, can y'all tell me, like, if y'all gonna say no, just tell me now. Just if y'all gonna say no. I'm sitting there, I'm like, so the guy called me up. He like, oh, you could come over here, whatever. So then he started showing me stuff on the computer. So, like, what he was showing me on the computer, I don't even remember what he was showing me on the computer, because, like, the way it happened was, like, he was like, oh, come, like, I guess, like, a student worker, and then he started, like, showing me stuff on the computer, and I wasn't really comprehending what was going on, because, like, I'm got all these nerves on the inside, and I'm just like, the hell, like, what are you telling me? He was like, oh wait, I'm sorry, by the way, congratulations, you're in the school. I'm like, sir, like, I'm looking at him, like, then you know how, like, you just got that drop in your stomach, like, whew, in your stomach. Like, I got that, but then I just was silent. Like, I'm just like not saying nothing. Like, I'm not like I'm just like looking at the computer, because I'm like, okay, what is he talking about? So then my mom, I'm like, oh mom, come. So then she comes, and she's standing there, but she's not comprehending what's going on either. So then I slide her the paper. He was like, then he asked me, he was like, okay, so you want to come for public relations? I was like, yes. He was like, these are your minors and concentrations. I said, yes. So then I slid, he was just confirming the stuff that was on the computer, and then he printed out the paper. So I slid the paper, and I was like, oh, see, look, I just pointed at it to my mom. Like, look, just pointed at the congratulations. Like, I just pointed at it. And she was like, oh, hold on, wait. And then she started, like, she was like, yes. Like, she was like, I'm not worried about none of these people. My daughter came to this school. Like, you know, my mom, you know, You know, black parents be mad ghetto sometimes. So, you know, my mom like, wait, hold on. Like, she's mad hype. And I'm just like, Mom, stop. Like, you're embarrassing me. But, you know, on the inside, I'm like screaming. Like I'm going crazy. So, whatever, they tell us all of this stuff. And then he's like, oh, you got to come back and speak to our advisor so we could do your classes when you do orientation. Boom, fine, whatever. We gonna fast forward, so you leave, and then me and my mom, we just dumb hype. Like, we leaving the school, we just like what? Like, I'm dumb hype. I'm like, yo, I'm out. Like, leave me alone. Like, yo, I didn't tell nobody. Yeah, I didn't tell nobody. Like, I just waited a long time. Like, I just did not want to tell nobody that I got into the school. Like, it was more like, boom, you go to the school now. Like, boom, you don't go to CSI. So, you know, I told my immediate close friends, like the ones that knew this is what I was doing, the ones that like was pushing me and was there when I was at my lowest lows. Like, I had to call my bro, like, yo, like, we was dumb hype. Like, cause I told him, he was just like, yo, go to that school gonna be mad. He told me, he's the one who put me on. Like, he was putting me on about stuff. I'm like, yo, I got it. He like, nah, you got it. I was like, yeah, bro, I got it. I'm dumb hype right now. So we talking. So then I went on my trip or whatever, and I came back, and then that's when I started telling my friends, like, okay, yeah, I got into school. It's like about to be August now. So it's August. It is August, and I'm preparing to move in. Like, you know, we just doing the basic follow-up, like the information, you know, just getting stuff together. I went back and I did the classes with him, went over my classes with my advisor. He did my classes. So I did orientation. So that's where I met my friend Carla. Oh my God, y'all probably gonna see her. I'm so happy I met her, because I came into this school on some different type of time, which we gonna talk about that in another video. That's a whole nother video. My first impressions of this school, how I feel, like, we gonna talk about that. Yeah, we gonna talk about that. But I'm so happy I met her, like, seriously. But I met her there. Yeah, I met like some other people, but I don't talk to them. You know, stuff be happening because females be hating and they catty, regular degular. But you know, it was actually a transfer orientation. So everybody that was there, they was all transfers. So, you know, it was lit, it was cool, it was awkward because ain't none of us know each other, but we all was like of age, but we just was just like, yeah, I'm transferring to, where you from? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you don't know nobody. But like, me and Carla, we all, like, my mom helped because I'm not a social person. So my mom came to orientation. Like, I thought she was supposed to come, but she came and she was there the whole time. And we went to orientation together. So, you know, she just was there. She wasn't supposed to be there, but she just was there. But it helped. She just was walking around. Like, she acted like she was a student too. She did not care. So it kind of helped though, because I feel like maybe I would have been friends with Carla, but my mom started talking to her first, and then she kind of like introduced us. I don't know how that went, but then we found out that, oh, we live in the same building. Oh my God, you live literally right next door from me, and then now we're just so cool. Like, that's really my sis. Like, that's my sis. Like, I love her. Like, that's my sis. Like, for real, for real. But yeah, that's pretty much my transfer process. Coming to St. John's, why I picked the school, and that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this long, very, very talkative but informative video, and I hope you guys come back and enjoy any of my other videos that I have about the school, or any other thing that you want to know. So if you have any questions, you have a video suggestion, or want to know anything about the school, comment down below and I will let y'all know. And follow all my social media handles that's on the page. Plus, if you feel in my hair and you like it, I do luxury custom made units on the machine. And if you're interested, follow my Instagram at Crown by Aura. Just come get crowned by me, and yeah, bye guys.
What I should have to pay for